Imagine this. You are inside your home. It's late at night. Everything is silent. Everyone is asleep. And then, from the darkness, a voice whispers, "None of you will leave this place alive." This voice did not belong to a human. It wasn't an animal. It was the voice of America's most documented paranormal entity, known to the world as the Bell Witch. But the real question isn't what the voice was. The real questions are, was the Bell Witch truly a spirit? Or was it the greatest psychological hoax in American history? And if it was all a lie, who was responsible for the death of John Bell? Stay until the end, because the truth behind this story will change how you see reality. The year was 1817, Adams, Tennessee. John Bell was a respected farmer. He owned over 320 acres of land. He lived with his wife Lucy and their 7 children. They were well known, well respected, and living a peaceful life. There were no curses, no dark history, nothing unusual about their land. Until one day, John Bell saw something he could not explain. A large, dark figure, half animal, half dog-like, with eyes that didn't look natural. John raised his gun and fired, and in the next moment, the creature vanished. John believed it was a trick of his eyes. What he didn't know was that the real horror was waiting for nightfall. That night, the Bell family heard something that would rob them of sleep forever. That very night, knocking sounds echoed through the walls. Footsteps moved across the floor. Beds began to shake. Then, someone pulled the children's hair. The family jumped out of bed. Lanterns were lit. Every room was checked. But no one was there. This didn't happen once. It happened every night. The main target was John's daughter Betsy Bell. She was slapped, pinched, scratched. Marks appeared on her neck. And the most disturbing part? These attacks didn't only happen at night. They happened in broad daylight. The Bell family began to fear they were losing their sanity. And then,
the entity began to speak. The moment the voice revealed its name, the entire town froze in fear. One night, the voice spoke clearly. "I am a spirit. And you are on my land." It quoted Bible verses. It sang songs. And without warning, it began to curse. This entity knew everything. Every family member's name. Their secrets. Conversations happening miles away. But one thing stood out. Lucy Bell, the mother, was deeply hated by the entity. And John Bell, he was its main target. The voice declared, "I will kill John Bell." This wasn't a threat. It was a promise. When the attacks on John Bell began, even doctors had no answers. John Bell's health rapidly declined. He struggled to speak. He struggled to walk. His body slowly shut down. Doctors diagnosed paralysis. But then one day, an unknown bottle was found beside his bed. The voice spoke again. "He has been poisoned. I tested it myself." The liquid was given to a cat. The cat died instantly. In 1820, John Bell passed away. During his funeral, the family mourned. But a voice could be heard. Singing. Celebrating. But the Bell Witch was far from finished. The case became so famous that Andrew Jackson, future President of the United States, visited the Bell farm himself. His soldiers' weapons malfunctioned. Guns jammed. Horses refused to move. The voice warned, "You will leave before sunrise." Jackson refused to stay the night. Later, he reportedly said, "I would rather face the British Army than the Bell Witch again." And then, the witch suddenly disappeared. Why? In 1821, the voice announced, "I am leaving for 7 years. And these silence. No voices, no attacks, no shadows." Suspicion turned toward one person. Joshua Gardner, Betsy Bell's schoolteacher. Betsy did not want to marry him when their engagement ended. The witch vanished. Coincidence? Or something far more calculated? What if the Bell Witch was never a spirit at all? Historians remain divided. Paranormal evidence. Over 100 eyewitnesses. Physical attacks. Andrew Jackson. Encounter. Accurate predictions. Logical explanations. Ventriloquism. Knowledge of poisons. Family conflict. Joshua Gardner's possible involvement. But some facts are undeniable. John Bell's death was real. The case was officially documented. And the Bell Witch Cave still exists today. Visitors claim the voice can still be heard. The Bell Witch once said, "I will return." And even today, people in Tennessee believe he has. If you ever visit the Bell Witch Cave at night and hear a voice calling your name, remember one thing. This was never just a story.